Assignments. Let's look at the process of a student submitting an assigned experiment and a teacher reviewing it. In the last video, we created an experiment assignment here for infrared and luminosity cause and effect. And you can see this under pending assignments. And you can see that this student has already submitted a quick start guide assignment. Let's go ahead and open up this experiment and walk through it. So this is an example of an experiment, very stripped down, but it shows us an example of student input. In this case, it's kind of like a hypothesis. So I think this will happen. We get down and we have a wiring diagram. This is RDSAT spaceboard. 4 wires allows us to get 9 sensor readings easily running on this Arduino Uno. The curriculum also has the ability to have inline code. So you have the ability to go in and edit this code or just directly run this code right onto your Arduino. In this case, our Arduino is already loaded with this code. Let's go ahead and connect to this Arduino and read some sensor data. So now we're connected live to the Arduino and we can see live sensor readings coming off of that sensor board. We have the ability to make some change in settings here, but we're just going to go ahead and record this data set. So I'm going to hit the record the data set. Okay, now we're recording data. So let's get a baseline. 1, 2, 3. Put my hand over the sensor. 1, 2, 3. Move my hand away. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go ahead and stop that recording. And we can see down below that it actually created this nice chart showing us as I shaded that luminosity sensor, its readings went down, and as I put my hand over that sensor, it picked up the infrared heat off my palm, and we saw an increase there. So in this case, we could kind of, did we prove or disprove that? This happened, and let's go ahead and submit this experiment. Okay, great. So we've submitted that experiment. And if we see, what it's done is it's made a copy of that experiment. It saved my graphs here. I have the ability to even go in and look at that raw data that I collected. Great, and we can see the input. So let's take a look at what it looks like on the teacher side. Okay, so now we're in the teacher view. We're under assignments. And if we look down, we can see this infrared and luminosity cause and effect. If I click on there, we can see just a few seconds ago, student 1 submitted this experiment. Let's go ahead and open this experiment. If we look down, we can see my text input. I think this will happen. We roll on down and we can actually see the graphs where the student has collected their data and their conclusion. So this is an example of reviewing assigned experiments.